So we're keeping a close eye on that, as I said. The issue of the vaccines, there are many issues that in a number of ways have been completely out of our hands. Firstly, we were waiting for the Johnson & Johnson vaccines to come through, and all of a sudden 6 people died in the United States, and there was a stoppage. Our own authority ruled that that should stop, so that could never have been in the hands of the government, because we are also regulated by our health authorities. Now, as we were releasing the vaccines and hoping that the vaccination will start, something else was found in the United States, which the United States FDA is dealing with. And that too is out of the hands of the US government and out of our hands as well. But in the meantime, in the intervening period, we were able to get the Pfizer vaccines. We got a batch that has now enabled us to restart our vaccination program. And we're working very hard, very, very hard indeed, to try and get those vaccines released. The vaccines are in place in South Africa at the Aspen factory, but the FDA in the United States has put a blockage on Johnson & Johnson vaccines around the world. So we are not the only ones waiting. I just came from Paris, and many countries on our own continent are waiting, as well as other continents are waiting for the vaccines to be made available. And as you well know, in Paris we argued very strongly for Africa and other developing economies to be allowed through the WTO TRIPS waiver to manufacture our own vaccines. And this proves the correctness of our position, together with India, that we should be allowed to manufacture our own vaccines. And if we could, as countries, be able to manufacture with those other countries having waived the waiver, the TRIPS waiver, we would have been a lot further. And I'm hoping that once the waiver is put into effect, we'll be able to be in a much better position, not only for this COVID, but for further pandemics that could happen as well.
Mr. President, Titus here from Tafelkop. Is South Africa ready for local government elections despite the spike of COVID-19 infections? And also on the political question, is the ANC divided? Are there factions in the ANC? What are you doing to address such?
Well, we are as ready and as prepared as we can be under COVID conditions. We decided that we should go ahead with the elections, and we pushed them out to October, precisely because we wanted to give time for the IEC to be ready and for political parties. And the IEC has now appointed former Deputy Chief Justice Kgamo Seneke to examine whether indeed the elections should go ahead. We believe that they could, but obviously it will depend on the extent to which the COVID infections start raging in our country. The ANC, like any other party, has its own dynamics, and we are dealing with those dynamics. There are various perspectives in the ANC, like there are perspectives in any other organization, and we're doing everything we can to unite the organization, to increase cohesion in the organization. And I'm confident that we will be able to achieve cohesion and unity in the African National Congress. Our membership is determined to restore the glory of this organization. So I am not having sleepless nights about this matter. The ANC is alive. The ANC continues to lead, as you will have seen with the various local government by-elections that we've been winning. So the ANC is up and ready and kicking and strong. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This side. Mr.
President Cyril Ramaphosa.